I know two things. A robber will not prosper. And any man harm me and my aunt gon' meet the doctor. Cause this life is warfare, it's not an easy walk. Been watching my people die so you can miss me with that love talk. My ISUPK soldiers, any man try to cross your path, make him regret it. What that means? Fall on his ass. Comparing me to you really ain't no contest. Long live one West. Say what? Long live one West. This for those who thinking we ain't ready for. Tell them back up. I'm about to drop something heavy for. Go to ground. 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 It's all about that warfare, boy. Give ground. Give ground. Give ground. Back up. Give ground. Give ground. Give ground. Back up. Give ground. Give ground. It's all about that warfare, boy. Take ground. 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 My soldiers take ground till them stand down. Take ground. 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 My soldiers take ground till them stand down.
West till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. One West till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. They ain't scaring me. Rip the soul out of Pharisee. Speaking heresy, it get you fucked up apparently. It's like they daring me. I said chill, they ain't hearing me. They ain't listening. Every bar nitroglycerin. Hit your heart, bring it back to start, make you live again. Get them dividends or we start getting ignorant. I be on that soldier shit. I told you shit phenomenal. Nah, but he a domino. So what you suckers trying to do? Rhyming comical, guess it's funny until I'm bombing you. Bring apocalypse to them pussy niggas that's popping shit. Team of all-stars, I coach them up like I'm Popovich. Fuck the politics and the lobbyists and apologists. They vagina, so we gon' check them like gynecologists. It's kinda obvious how the situation is ominous. The way I vomit this and regurgitate for the audience. They start applauding this cause the competition is fraudulent. From the era where niggas smoke you up like a parliament. The flow been stupid, shit has gotten retarded since all the dominance of one West rising to prominent. Cause I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. They want a nigga quiet, mute my maneuvers, but I ride like I got Groupons for Uber. Rhymes hard like they been viewed by Medusa. 9 milli Luger, 17 in the Ruger. Only need a few to sit up in your medulla. Obligata for the regatta, niggas wildin', they win every dollar. They riding by in black Impalas, let the semi holler. The showstopper, been this proper since the teeny bopper. But now I'm growing them off Patron and premium of vodka. I put extensions on the Glock, modified the chopper. The swore heavy, war ready, and that's worth the mama. No marijuana, say I got the loudest silence on it. When I'm up on it, ain't no rapper do it like I do it. A lot of spitties and writers, but when the heat's on, none of them can get to the fire. Around with me, and I had them niggas spin like a tire. But down the D, and I'm still dope as a piper. Every bar burn hard like a spoon with a lighter. Fuel to igniter, I'm winning, coming through with the title because ISUPK. I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me.
I ain't have to die to meet the devil. Angels fell and landed in the ghetto. The earth was given to the hands of devils. And we seen the rise of the devil. We fell for the lies of the devil. When we got high was the devil. I looked into the eyes of the devil. I ain't had to die to meet the devil.
I remember I was only 13 when I met the demon. Gave me a deuce and a bundle of cocaine. Told me to sell to my people, make sure you keep them fiending. If any try to shoot you, make sure that you leave him leaking. He said,
I'ma hold you down when problems pop up.
how you got me moving this dope? Want me in lockup? He said,
Don't you want the Benz vertible with the top cup?
Yeah.
Stop, bitch, and get in that kitchen. Let it rock up. Bitches love the dope boy, especially when it's guap up. I know you know Ron.
who the plug from by the block up?
I'll tell you a little secret. Make sure that you keep your mouth shut. Ron got a Lexus, crib in Philly and Texas. Trips to the Bahamas, just got a whip for his mama. He fucking up them commas. Be honest, he seeing decent though.
I hear you, but I just seen Ron about a week ago. In fact, he ain't looking too good. His knees is kinda slow. I asked him why the struggle. He got stuck up for his bundle, but them 6 hollow tips in his legs what made him crumble.
Bitch, he got a house and mama is living good.
Said the feds took it all. He right back in the hood. I see you try to play me. You gave us crack in the 80s. Made us abort our babies and making hoes out our ladies. I know you got me gravy, but Satan, you must be crazy. It's gonna take more than them cars wanna amaze me. I seen niggas shoot for the stars, but being lazy. Never get their head at the clouds, so you don't faze me.
I guarantee that you gon' regret it. Remember I said it.
Nah, you could dead it.
What you saying? I can't win?
Nah, devil nice try. So until we meet again,
I ain't had to die to meet the devil. Angels fell and landed in the ghetto. The earth was given to the hands of devils. And we seen the rise of the devil. We fell for the lies of the devil. When we got high was the devil. I looked into the eyes of the devil. I ain't had to die to meet the devil. I ain't religious or superstitious, but we been getting fucked and put to the side like a mistress. Police patrolling why? Because prison became a business. They murder one of ours and they start talking about forgiveness. We think that it's alright because we got public assistance. If this ain't hell, dog, what is this? Where was all lives mattered when they killed us?
Sorry, so did you say you can't come in at all or just yet? Oh, come. It's like I didn't hear what you said, so I just said call Cat in 10 minutes. Because I know what you're saying. Oh, it was Sorry, so you have his number? Yeah, I'll text him. You should, okay. Come, you ready? We just going straight in. Shalom, Yahweh Ba'Hashim, Yahweh Shabarakatam, Yahweh Shamar Alathan, Ba'Hashim, Yahweh Shad, to all the Akim and Akwathian out there. We are going to go straight into the Sabbath service. We're going to start, today we're starting in Judges, and we're going to be going into chapter 16. We're going to be in Judges 16. The last time, as a recap, we were in Judges 16. We were talking about Samson and how Samson, the Lord was using Samson to fight the enemies, as the Philistines. We saw how Samson was breaking certain vows that he was supposed to be having since childhood. But we also saw how Samson was being brotherly and how people of Judah were not being in the correct spirit. So we're going to continue today. We're in Judges chapter 16, and we're going to be reading verses 6 through 12 in the Hebrew. Then we'll read it in the English. Come on, sir. You want me to start it off? Judges chapter 16, verses 6 in the Hebrew. Judges chapter 16, verse 6. With a Amar, Jalyala, Al, Shamashwan, Hagadah, Na'a, La'a, Bama, Kakka, Garawal, Wabama, the Asar, La'ainawafka. Verse 7. Wa Amar, Aliyah, Shamashwan, Saranya, Bashabaiha, Yatharium, Lachayam, Ashar, La'a, Karabwa, Wakalayathya, Wahayayathya, Ka'achad, Ha'amdam. Verse 8. Waya'alwa, La, Saranya, Palashyam, Shabaiha, Yatharium, Lachayam, Ashar, La'a, Charabwa, with a Asar Baham. Verse 9. Waha'abar, Waha'arab, Yashab, La, Bachadar, with a Amar, Alyawab, Palashafyam, Alyakab, Shamashwam, Wayan Nafak, Af, Hayatharium, Ka'ashar, Yanafak, Pathayam, Hana Irath, Bahari Yahwa, Ash, Wala'a, Nawadai, Kakwa. Verse 10. Wayatha Amar, with Amar, Dalayala, Al, Shamashwan, Hana, Hathalath, Baya, with a Debar, Oya, Kazabium, Aitha, Hagayada, Na'a, Laya, Bama, Asar. Verse 12. Waya Amar, Alya, Asawar, Ya Sarawanya, Ba'aibathium, Kadashium, Ashar, La'a, Na'aisha, Baham, Mala'aka, Wakalayafya, Wahayayathya, Ka'achad, Ha'adam. Verse 12. With a quack, Dalayala, Ibathium, Kadashium, with a Sarwa, Baham, with a Amar, Alyawa, Palashafnya, Alyakab, Shamashwan, with a Abar, with a Arab, Yashab, Bachadar, Waya Nafaquam, Ma'al, Yara'aith, Zara'aith Yawab, Kachawat. And that's it. And now we'll be looking at it in the English. We're reading Numbers chapter 16, verse 6 in the English. Numbers chapter 16, verse 6. And Delilah said to Samson, "Tell me, I pray thee, wherein thy great strength lieth, and wherewith thou mightest be bound to afflict thee." Verse 7. Got a question, sister? We're in Judges chapter 16, verse 6. I probably said it wrong, so like you. We're in Judges chapter 16, verse 6. Verse 7. And Samson said unto her, we're in verse 7, "If they bind me with 7 green withs that were never dried, then shall I be weak and be as another man." Verse 8. Then the lords of the Philistines brought up to her 7 green with which had not been dried, and she had bound him with him. And this needs to be shown right here that when you go and marry a woman of another nation, or you're with a woman of another nation, this pretty much shows what's going to happen to you Akim out there, Shalom says, of another nation. What's going to happen is you're going to start to compromise like Samson did. He started to compromise, and eventually you're going to start doing, you're going to start following after their gods. Eventually that's what's going to happen. And this is why in Deuteronomy 7 the Most High said that you are not to marry somebody of another nation, especially of the Canaanite nations, those Hamite nations, which the Philistines came from. Okay, let me continue. Verse 9. We're in Judges chapter 16, verse 9. Now there were men lying in wait, abiding with her in the chamber. And she said unto him, the Philistines be upon thee, Samson. And he broke the withs as a thread of tow is broken when it touches the fire. So his strength was not known. Verse 10. And Delilah said unto Samson, behold, thou hast mocked me and told me lies. Now tell me, I pray thee, wherewith thou mightest be bound. Verse 11. And he said unto her, if they bind me with fast new ropes that were never occupied, then shall I be weak and be as another man. Now Delilah was really supposed to be his woman here, but you could tell that she was still loyal to her people, which shows that if you go with somebody of another nation, don't think they're going to be loyal to you and your people. They're going to be loyal to their father's bloodline. Okay, and Delilah was a Philistine. Her father was a Philistine, so she's going to be loyal to her people. Judges chapter 16, verse 12. Delilah therefore took new ropes and bound him therewith, and said unto him, the Philistines be upon thee, Samson. And there were liars and wait abiding in the chamber, and he broke them from off his arms like a thread. And that's it. Do you have a headband? Come. We're in Judges chapter 16. We're now reading in verses 13 through 9.
Judges chapter 16, verse 13. With the Amor, Yalak, Al, Shamashwan, Ai, Hanah, Atalat, Uyak, with the Debar, Aliyah, because of Yum, Hagiyadal, Uyak, Vamar, the Asar, Uya Amar, Aliyah, the Arabia, Af, Shabbat, Khalak, Ashia, Ain, Amasakaf, 14, Bataf, with the Quad, Boyatad, with the Amar, Aliyawah, Shafium, Aylayan, Shamashwan, Quataza, Mashanafwa, Wayasai, Af, Hayatad, Arag, Ma'av, I'm a Sakaf, 15, with the Amar, Al Yarak, the Amar, Ahabathika, with the Bak, Ayan, Afia, Zahab, Shalash, Anyam, Hatalaf, Yag, Ra'al, Hagadah, Yag, Umar, Kak, go to war. 16, where you hurry Kaya, Hazia Kwa, the war, but the bar ya, but the bar ya, Ka, Hayam Yum, but the all, how do you say that?
I think the hum with a lot to the hoa. With a lot, I'm not familiar with that word. With a lot to the hoa. Con.
With the Zara, the Pashwa, number wife, 17. With your God, Laha, Koya, number one. We are more Laha, Laha, I love, Al, or Ashia, Kaya, Nazayar, Alahayam, and Ya, Mabatan, Ya, Amaya, Amar, Galachafia, Asar, Mamanya, Kachaya, Uchayafia, Uchayafia, Kakal, Adam, 18. What the up? Della Yala, Kaya, Hagayad, Na'a, Kal, Abuwa. With the Shalak, with the Kora'ah, the Saranya, Palash, Pala Shaf Yam, La Amar, Al-Wa, Hapa'ain, Kaya, Habiyad, Laha, Laya, Af, Ka, Labuwa, Wa'al, Al-Ya, Saranya, Pala Shafia, Wa'alwa, Akasak, where you dumb. 19.
Come, sir.
With the shin, with the yash, with the yashan, with the yash, the yashan, with the yashan hawa.
Come.
Barakia, Yash, with the Golak, Shabai, Machalak, Ashwa, with the Kal, La'inawafwa, who you saw, Kachawa, Aliyawa.
That's it. We're now going to read Judges chapter 16, verses 13 through 19 in the English. Judges chapter 16, verse 13. And Delilah said unto Samson, Hitherto thou hast mocked me and told me lies. Tell me wherewith thou mightst be bound. And he said unto her, If thou weavest the 7 locks of my head with the web. Verse 14. And she fastened it with pin and said unto him, The Philistines be upon thee, Samson. And he awaked out of his sleep and went away with the pin of the beam and with the web. And she said unto him, How canst thou say, I love thee, when thine heart is not with me? Thou hast mocked me these 3 times, and hast not told me wherein thy great strength lieth. And if you notice here, Samson is so far, he's not even really paying attention what Delilah is even doing to him. I mean, every time he supposedly tells her the strength, then she says, the Philistines be upon you. And Samson is so far gone, he doesn't even pay attention that she's really dedicated to her people to destroy him. And that's what happens when we start to compromise. We start to give a little more, and we don't even see the hole we're digging for ourselves. We'll start to celebrate Christmas. We'll start to celebrate, Thanksgiving. That's if we go to with these foreigners. That's if we marry somebody outside of our nation. We'll start to compromise. We'll just say, well, it's just one Thanksgiving dinner I'll go to. Okay? And then after that Thanksgiving dinner, well, I'm just going to, celebrate Christmas. I'm not going to be there. I'm not going to celebrate it, but I'll just show up. And then when you show up, you'll just do more and more and more. And at the same time, you see that Delilah is dedicated to her people. That heathen wife that you marry or that heathen husband, they're going to be dedicated, and they're not going to give up their culture. They're not. Israel's always been the ones that have compromised and given up their culture for in place of for others. All right, let's continue. Verse 15, and she said unto him, how can thou say I love thee when thy heart is not with me? Thou hast mocked me these 3 times, and hast not told me wherewith thy strength lies. Verse 16, and it came to pass when she pressed him daily with her words, and urged him so that his soul was vexed unto death. She worried this man to death. Okay, verse 17, that he told her all his heart, and said unto her, there hath not come a razor upon my head, for I have been a Nazarite unto the Most High, unto power from my mother's womb. If I be shaven, then my strength will go from me, and I shall become weak, and be like any other man. Verse 18, and when Delilah saw that he had told her all his heart, she sent and called for the lords of the Philistines, saying, come up this once, for he hath shown me all his heart. Then the lords of the Philistines came up unto her and brought money in their hand. Verse 19, and she made him sleep upon her knees, and she called for a man, and she caused him to shave off the 7 locks of his head, and she began to afflict him, and his strength went from him. And that's it. Hey, Mariam. Ya'asha, present thyself.
Ya'asha, Banga, Banyashal.
Ya'asha, Banga, Banyashal.
Ya Bashim Yasha Bakta.
Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Brakatah. Yeshabi. Right? We're now going to be reading Judges chapter 16, and we're going to be reading verses 20 to 26.
Judges chapter 16, verse 20.
Come, come. You want me to take, sorry. Come, sir.
With the Amar, Pelashaphium, Alayak, Alayaka, Shamash one, where you Quatiza, Mashanafwa, where you Amar, Atiza'a, Ba'ain, Ba'ain, Ba'anai, Wana'ar, Wana'ar, Wa'ala, Yedai, Kuya, Yehoah, Saul, Ma'al Yoah, 21. Wa'ya'ach, Wa'ya'ach, 21.
Come, looking at you, sir. Come.
ويا أخذ هوا بلا شافي ويا نكواروا عف عيانيوا ويا واريا يادوا أو واثوا عايز ثا ويا صار what was that?
Waya Asar wa wa. Waya Asar wa.
I mean, what verse on that?
21, sir. Well, verse 21, sir, on the word Waya Asar wa.
We saw what? أنا خاط أنا خشاف يوم ويغير سو خان وبيا هأصار
Okay.
هأصوري 22 ويخاو شعار وعشوة أتزمق كأشار كلاق 23 ويسرانيا هلا شافيا نا ساقوا زباق قد wall daga one alahaya wala shumakha wala marwa Nathan alahaya now
Okay.
ويا دنوا سماشوان أو ياب يناو ويا 24 ويا أوا أخوة كعين ويا حلال على حيهم كيا أماروا الثاني على حينا ويا دانوا أو يبنوا وخاريا أو تزنوا وشار هلا بام هلا خلال يناو الفا ويهيا تواب الباب البام ويا مروة هو أوار وشماشوا ويش quack on the wall when you call it out. When you call it hour. That's a mash one. Number ya. That's a yaria. That's a sword, yo. We get to the quack upon your home. We are aim. We are Yadua. A wafwa. Boyan. I'm a Wadium. 26. We are Mar. Shamashwan Al and the R. I'm a Quaz Yakam. I'm a Quaz. I'm a Chaziyak.
Come on, sir.
Biyadwa. Ana Yakha. Awafia. Wahaya ma Shanja. Wahama Shanya. Af. Imadium. Ashar. Abiyah. Nakawan. Alayaham. Wa'asha'ain. Alahayo.
Excellent. In Judges chapter 16, 20 through 26. Now we'll be reading in the English, Judges chapter 16, verses 20 through 26.
Judges chapter 16, verse 20. And she said, the Philistines be upon thee, Samson. And he awoke out of his sleep, and said, I will go out as at other times before, and shake myself. And he risked not the Lord, was departed from him. Verse 21. But the Philistines took him, and put out his eyes, and brought him down to
Gaza, come.
And bound him with fetters of brass, and he did grind in the prison house.
Come on.
Verse 22. Howbeit the hair of his head began to grow again after he was shaven. Verse 23. Then the lords of the Philistines gathered them together to offer a great sacrifice unto Dagon their god, and to rejoice, for they said, our God has delivered Samson, our enemy, into our hand.
And this just shows what the heathen likes to do to us. He likes to make a mockery of us in front of everybody. And this is why we shouldn't join in with the heathen. I mean, if you see what's going on in the news here with, Kyrie, Kanye, the heathen publicly likes to likes to mock us publicly in front of everybody. So this just shows what they will do once they feel like they've destroyed us. Once they feel like they've taken us down, they'll just make a public mockery of us. Go ahead.
Verse 24. And when the people saw him, they praised their God, for they said, our God has delivered into our hands our enemies and the destroyer of our country. Which slew many of us. Verse 25. And it came to pass, when their hearts were merry, that they said, call for Samson, that he may take us sport. And they called for Samson out of the prison house, and he made them sport. And they set him between the pillars. Verse 26. And Samson said unto the lad that held him by the hand, suffer me that I may feel the pillars whereupon the house standeth, that I may lean upon them.
That's it. Excellent. do you have a headband? You don't have one? Yeah, when we, yeah. Imadium. Come on, we just go around. Mayaka Allah, present thyself. When he comes off, he'll give you his headband.
Mike Allah, Bangad, Banyashala.
Mayaka Allah, Bangad, Banyashal.
Yahabashim Yashabakam.
Yahweh Bashim Yashab Barakatah. Yeah, you can go. Yeshabim, or Yeshab, slack. All right, we're now reading Judges chapter 16, and we're reading verses 27 through 31, and then 17 through 1 through 2 in the Hebrew first. Judges chapter 16, verse 27. Waha bayath mala'a ha'a nashiam waha nashiam washama kal saranya palashathiam wa'al hagag kashalashya kashalashtha alapyam ayash wa ashab hara'ayam bashakwak shamashwan. Verse 28. Wayakorah shamashwan all Yahweh wayamar adanya Yahweh sakaranya na'a wachazakwanya na'a ak hapa'aim hazab ha'alahayim nakwam akaf Mashafya, Ayanya, Mapalashafyam, verse 29. Wayalapath, Shamashwan, Av, Shunya, I'm a Wadya, Hathawak, Ashar, Habayath, Nakawan, Alyaham, Wayasamak, Alyaham, Chad, Bayam Yanawa, wa Achad, Bashama'awa, verse 30. Wa Amar, Shamashwan, Thamawath, Napashya, Ain, Palashafyam, Wayat, Bakak, Wayapal, Habayath, Al, Asaranyam, wa Al, Kal, Ha'ain, Ashar, Bawa, Wayahayawa, Hamafyam, Ashar, Hamayath, Bamawafya, was like Rabyam, Ashar, Hamayath, Bachayayan, Bakyayawa. Verse 31. Wayaradwa, Akyawa, Wakal, Bayath, Abiyahawab, Wayasha'awab, Athwab, Waya'alwab, Wayakwabarwab, Awathwab, Bayan, Aratsaha, Wabayan, Asha'al, Asha'allah, Salakia, Bakwabar, Manakwak, Abiyawab, Wa'ab, Shapat, Av, Yasha'ala, Asharyam, Shana. This is the book of Judges, chapter 17, verses 1 through 2. Judges, chapter 17, verse 1. Wayahawa, Ayash, Mahar, Apariam, Mashamwa, Maya Kayawa. Verse 2. Waya Amar La Amwa, Allah, Wa Amahab, Hakasa, Hakasa, Ashar, Laquak, Lak, Wa Afya, Aliyath, Wagum, Amartha, Zanya, Hana, Hakasa, Afya, Anya, Lakwa, Kafyawa, with Amar, Amwa, Barawak, Barawak. No, Salakia. No, that's Barak, Bunya, Yahawa. And that's it. We're reading Judges chapter 16, verses 27 through 31, then Judges chapter 17, 1 through 2.
Judges chapter 6. You said 16?
Chapter 16, verse 27.
Judges chapter 16, verse 27. Now that the house was full of men and women, and all the lords of the Philistines were there. And there were upon the roof 3,000 men and women that beheld while Samson made sport. Verse 28. And Samson called unto the Lord and said, O Lord God, remember me, I pray thee, and strengthen me, I pray thee. Only this once, O God, that I may be at once avenged of the Philistines for my 2 eyes. Verse 29. And Samson took hold of the middle of pillars upon the house, and stood on which it was borne up, of the one with his right hand, and the other one with his left. Verse 30. And Samson said, Let me die with the Philistines, and he bowed himself with all his might, and the house fell upon the lords, and upon all the people that were therein. So the dead which he slew at his death were more than way which he slew in his life.
And this, you know what, and this kind of can be a little lesson, which the UPK has done all the time. What General Hyman has said, we don't want a billion. I mean, we'd like all Akim, you know, we would like all the Israel to come in here, but we really are more worried about what the kind of man comes in here. Okay, we don't need, like the Christian church, a billion men. We're looking for the kind of man that can come in here. And the kind of man that can stand up with courage and do what the Most High says. That man can stand up against thousands of men. And we, the ISUPK, have done that. We alone have stand up against many more men that have come up against us, and we beat them. And we've defeated them.
Even in the courts.
Even in the courts. We have beat them. And that's when, because we stand and we follow these laws, statutes, commandments under command of General Muhammad. This is a lesson. Samson had like 1,000 or more than 3,000 Philistines in that house and brought them all down. That's what one man of Israel could do if he's standing with the Most High. And that's the kind of man that we need. We need men of strength here in the UPK. That's where there's no cowards. That's why there's no cowards. Okay? We're not worried about hundreds and thousands of men. We're worried about the kind of man that's in here. Keep going.
Verse 31. Then his brethren and all the house of his father came down and took him, and brought him up and buried him between Zorah and Eshtaol in the burying place of Manoah his father, and he judged Israel 20 years. Chapter 17, verse 1. And there was a man of Mount Ephraim, whose was Micah. Verse 2. And he said unto his mother, 1,100 shekels of silver that were taken from thee, about which thou cursest and speakest also in mine ears. Behold, the silver is with me. I took it, and his mother said, Blessed be thou, the Lord of my son.
All right, that's it. Excellent. All right. Imani. Was it Jarrell? Jarrell, present thyself. Come up and stand right over there. Right. I want you to back up just stay. All right, I want you to stand and then you're gonna say, then you're gonna go to Amadi Shabbat. Amadi. And then Barak. And you're gonna say, what's your name? Jarrell? Bun Yahawada. Bun Yasha'ala. Darrell. Bun Yahawada. Bun Yasha'ala. All right, Amadi Shabbat. Come back. Barak. Yahweh. Bahashim. Yahweh Shah. Barak. Atham. Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shah Barakatah. Yeshavian. We're now in the book of Judges, and we're reading chapter 17. We're reading 3 through 9. All right? We're going to read in the Hebrew, then we're going to read in the English. Now, Judges chapter 17, verse 3. In the Hebrew, we're going through verse 9. Judges chapter 17, verse 3. Wayishab, Av, Alak, Wama, Hakasat, La Amwa, Wafa Amar, Amwa, Hakwadash, Hakwadashafya, Af, Hakasat, La Yahawa, Mayadia, La Bunya, La Aishawaf, Basal, Wamasaka, Wa Aitha, Asha Yabunwa, Lak, verse 4. Wayashab, Af, Hakasat, La Amwa, Wafa Kwak, Amwa, Ma'afyum, Kasat, with a Fanawa, La Tazo, Warap, Wayasha, Wa, Pasal, Wamasakab, Wayahaya, Babayaf, Maya Kayawa, verse 5. Yash, Mayaka, Lawa, Bayaf, Alahayim, Waish, Abawad, Wafarapyum, Wayamala'a, Af, Yad, Akhad, Mabanyawa, Wayahaya, Lawa, Lakahan, verse 6. Bayamyam, Haham, Ayak, Malak, Bayasha'ala, Ayash, Hayashar, Ba'ayanyawa, Ya'aisha, verse 7. Wayahaya, Na'ar, Mabayaf, Lacham, Yahawada, Masha Pakaf, Yahawada, Wahawa'a, Loya, Wahawa'a, Gar, Sham, verse 8. Wayalak, Ayash, Hama'ayar, Mabayaf, Lacham, Yahawada, Lagawar, Ba'ashar, Yama'atazawa, Wayaba'a, Har, Aparium, Ai, Bayaf, Mayaka, La'aishawaf, Darakwa, verse 9. Waya Amar, Lawa, Mayaka, Ma'ayak, Labawa'a, Waya Amar, Ayawa, Lawa, Loya, Slakim, Anakia, Mabaya, Laham, Yahawada, Nakia, Salak, Gaba, Lagawar, Ashar, Amatazawa. And that's it. Chapter 17 through 9 in the English. Yep, just say the book and then only say the verses that you're in out loud.
Judges chapter 17, verses 3. And when he had restored the 1,100 shekels of silver to his mother said, I have wholly dedicated dedicated the silver unto the Lord from my hand for my son to make a graven image and the molten image. Now therefore I will restore it unto thee. Verse 4. Yet he restored the money unto his mother, and his mother took the 200 shekels of silver and gave them to the founder, who made thereof a graven image and a molten image. And they were in the house of Micah. Verse 5. And the man of Micah had an house of gods, and made an ephod and teraphim. Verse 5. And the man of Micah had a house of gods, and a ephod, and a teraphim, and it consecrated one of his sons who had became his priest. Verse 6. In those days there was no king in Israel, but every man did that which was right in his own eyes.
Stop right there for a second. And this is a lesson too. When there's no leaders in Israel, everybody's going to do what they want. That's why in our community, we've got Muslims, we got Buddhists, we got 5%ers, we got Christians, and we got Kemet people, and because everybody's doing what they want. Got drug addicts, drug dealers. Everybody's just doing what they think is right in their own eyes. And that's really the Christian attitude. Just do what you think, and the Lord will be with you. That's the Christian attitude. The Lord will be with you no matter what you do. All right, continue.
Judges 17, verse 7. And there was a young man out of Bethlehem, Judah, of the family of Judah, who was a Levite, and he sojourned there. Verse 8. And the man departed out of the city of Bethlehem, Judah, to sojourn where he could find a place, and he came to the mount of Ephraim, to the house of Micah, as he journeyed. Verse 9. And Micah said unto him, Whence comest thou? And he said unto him, I am a Levite of Bethlehem, Judah, and I go to sojourn where I may find a place.
That's it. That's very cool. All right. Two R's.
It's an E with two R's.
Was it D-U?
E-E.
E-E. I got you. Go out. Armani. Ya'asha, present thyself.
Ya'asha, Banga, Banyashala.
Ya'asha, Bungad, Banyashala.
Ya Bashina Shabakata.
Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Barakatah. Yeshavim. We're now in Judges chapter 17. We're going to be reading 10 through 13 and then 18, 1 through 3. Judges chapter 17, verse 13. Yes. Judges chapter 17, verse 10 in the Hebrew. Wayamar, Lawa, Mayakam, Shabbat, I'm slacking, Shabham. Come, sir. Slacking. Verse 10, come, sir.
Judges chapter 17, verse 10. We are Mar, Lawa, Mayaka, Shabbat, Ahmadiyah, Wahayam, Ayah, Naab, Ulakahan, Nakia, Adon, Lakah, Aisharah, Kasat, Layamium, Baharak, Bagadium, Wamaki, Wamakhayaki, Wamakhayaka, Wayalak, Aloya, 11, we were all Aloya, Shabbat, Ad, Ayash, Yahaya, Hana'ar, Nawa,
Ka'akad, Mabanyawa, 12, Uyamala'a, Mayaka, Ath, Yad, Aloya, Uyahaya, Lawa, Kana'ar, Yakahan, Uyahaya, Wabayath, Mayaka, 13, Uyamar, Mayaka, Aitha, Ida Aithia, Kaya, Yat, Yad, Hawa, Laya, Kaya, Laya, Aloya, Lakahan. Judges chapter 18, verse 1. The Yum, the Hum, Ayan, Malak, Bayasha'ala, the Yum, Paham, Shabbat, Danya, Makwash, Lawa, Nachala, Shabbat, Kaya, Ya'a, Napala, Lawa, Ain, Hayawam, Kahara'a. With the lock,
Come on, sir.
Shabbatia, Yasha Allah, then Chala, 2, and the Shalakwa, when Ya, done, and the Shapak, thumb, Hamasha, Hamasha, Anashiam, Quatazol, and Anashiam, Banya, Khayal, the Pashak, and a Pash, Boyathak, 26. That's it.
You're supposed to go through 1 through 3. You said 26. Can you skip some of them? Come on, sir. You are on verse 2 of 18.
What's his R?
You on verse 2. It should be Shalakwa. Judges 18, verse 2.
Okay. Verse 2. We Shalakwa, when y'all done, I'm gonna pach them, I'm gonna shove, I'm not them, I'm gonna dissolve them, I'm not them, when y'all, Khayal, what is all? Which is a rye, ash, ash the Allah.
Come, sir.
Lower go. Ha. Arat is Walak, Kora, Amarawa, Alaham, Lakawa, Aquarwa. Ah. Ratiza. What? Par. Aquarium. I. Ya. When you cup. When you yanwa. Shum. Hama. Ain. Ya. When you cup. Hama. Okay, Yarwa. Ah. For wall. On the R. Lawyer. We saw. We saw war. Some. We are Marwa. What? We are. We are. We are cup. Alum. Amok. Fuck. I shut. Was up. Amok. A cup. Pup.
We're now going to be reading Judges chapter 17, 10 through 13 in the English. Then we're going to go over to 18, 1 through 3 in the English.
Judges chapter 13.
17.
Judges chapter 17, verse 10. And Micah, if I said that right?
Micah, come.
And Micah said unto him, Dwell with me, and be unto me a father and a priest, and I will give thee 10 shekels of silver by the year, and a suit of apparel, and thy victuals. So that Levite went in. Verse 11. And the Levite was content to dwell with the man, and the young man was unto him as one of his sons. Verse 12. And Micah consecrated the Levite, and the young man became his priest, and was in the house of Micah. Verse 13. Then said Micah, Now know I that the Lord will do me good, seeing I have a Levite to my priest. Verse 18. Judges chapter 18, verse 1. In those days there was no king in Israel, and in those days the tribe of Danite sought them an inheritance to dwell in. For unto that day all their inheritance had not fallen unto them among the tribes of Israel. Verse 2. And the children of Dan sent of their family 5 men from their coast, men of valor, from Zirah, and from Ishtaol, to spy out the land, and to search it. And they said unto them, Go, search the land. Who when they came to Mount Ephraim, to the house of Micah, they lodged there. Verse 3. When they were by the house of Micah, they knew the voices of the young man, the Levite, and they turned in therein, and said unto him, Who brought thee hither? And what makest thou in thy place? And what hast thou here? Verse 4.
That's it.
Okay.
Give your headband to your brother. Come. I mighty you. Natazab Garam, present thyself.
Natazab. Garum. Bun. Yasha Allah. Ya. Shah. Allah. Bun.
That's it already.
Okay.
Go, cousin.
Hello. My Bun. Yahawada. Bun. Bun. Ya. Shah. Allah.
Natazab Garam, Bun Yahawada, Bun Yashala.
Yahawah. Hold on, take him. Yahawah. Yahawah. Bahashem.
Salute. I need you to salute. There you go. Barak.
Yahawah. Ba. Ba. But B. Ba. Ha. Ha. H. Ha. Sham.
Yahushua.
Yahawashai. Barak. Ba. Rock. Rock.
A thumb.
A thumb. There you go.
How about Shem Yahushua Barakatah? You shot me. All right. You want me to read, Cat? Come on. All right. We're going to finish off here in Judges chapter 18, 4 through 10. In Hebrew, and then we're going to read in the English. Judges chapter 18, verse 4. Wayamar alham kazah wa kazah aisha liyah mayakah wayashakaranya wa ahaya lawa lakahan. Verse 5. So we're going to 10. Verse 5. Wa ya amarwa lawa sha'al na'ah ba'alahayim wana da'aiha with a tazal yak. So like it. With a tazal yak. The rock nawa. Ashar. Anak nawa. Hakalakim. Aliyah, verse 6. Wayamar laham hakahan lakwa lasha alwam nakak Yahweh derakum ashar falakwa baha ba. Like it. Verse 7. Wayakalwa kamashaf ha'anashiam wayaba'awa wayasha Wayara'awa, Af, Ha'ain, Ashar, Bakwarabha, Wayashabath, Labatak, Kamashapat, Tazadanyam, Shakwat, Wabatak, Wa'ayan, Makolium, Dabar, Aratazar, Wayarash, Aitazar, Warakakyum, Hama, Matazadanyum, Wadabar, Ayan, Laham, Aim, Adam. Verse 8. Wayaba'awa, Al, Akyaham, Tazaraiha, Wa'ashafa'allah, Waya Amarwa, Laham, Akyaham, Ma, Atham. Verse 9. Waya Amarwa, Kwamama, Wana Ayla, Alyaham, Kaya, Ra'ayanawa, Af, Ha'arataza, Wahana, Tawabha, Ma'ad, Wa'atham, Makashyam, all Fa'ai Tazawa, Lala Kaf, Laba'a, Larashaf, Ha'arataza, verse 10. Kaba'akam, Fa'aba'awa, all Ain, Batak, Waha'arataza, Rakabath, Yadyam, Kaya, Nafana, Alahayim, by Yadkam, Makwawam. Come on, Carl. Ashar, Makwawam, Ayan, Sham, Makasawar, Call, Dabar, Ashar, Ba'arataza, and that's it. All right, we're going to be reading in Judges chapter 18, verses 4 through 10. Okay.
Judges 4 through 10.
Chapter 18.
Chapter 18, verse 4. And he said that unto them, thus dealeth Micah with me, and the hath hear me, hired me, and that he's
slow down. Put your finger down. Hired me,
and he this the priest.
I am his priest.
Verse 4, verse 5.
Mm-hmm.
And they said that to him, ask the council, we pray thee of God, that we may know whether our way which thee shall go prosperous. Verse 6. And the priest said unto thee that unto thee go unto peace, and the Lord as
before the Lord
as your way as wherein ye go. Verse 7. Verse 7. Then he shall
5 men
departed, and came the Ladish, and saw the people, and the went therein. Now they dwelt carelessly, and that the manner of the
Zidonians
quiet, and that
and secure,
and the no magistrate in the land of the night put them to shame to anything that they shall far from the Zidonians, and that the business with any man. Verse 7.
Verse 8.
And they shall
and they came,
and they shall came until their brethren to the Zionists,
Zorah,
and the Estonians, and the brethren, and the unto them, what shall they say?
What say ye?
What say ye?
Verse 9, go ahead.
Verse 9. And they shall send, rise that we may go up to thee against them, for we shall have the land.
We have seen
the land, and shall
behold
it. Very good, and the word shall are ye still be slothful, and
be not slothful,
and that they prosper in it.
Verse 10.
And ye shall go till the land comes to the people
secure,
in the land, and the large land. 7.
for God There is no one.
No one to the that is the heart of earth.
Right. All right. All right. Imanium. La,
Allah,
Ya,
Yah,
Shar,
Shah,
Allah.
Shah.
Men of Israel, Imanium needs to stand. Men of Israel, gird up thy loins and prepare to salute the Torah. Face me. Yahweh Bashim Yashab Rakah.
Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua Barak Yah.
Yeah.
Try it again. Do it again. Imadium Shabbat. Imadium. And then Barak. Then go ahead. Okay. The horn. The horn. First. Oh no, sorry, the horn. Come cut it. Doing one prayer, guys. Come.
Volume. We're done, which means face the east. Doing the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abanawa.
Abanawa.
Shabbat Shemayim.
Shabbat Shemayim.
Kodash.
Kodash.
Hayah.
Hayah.
Shamkah.
Shamkah.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Malak of God. Sabbath.
Sabbath.
Watazaka.
Watazayaka.
Haya.
Haya.
Aisha.
Aisha.
Ba'arataza.
Ba'arataza.
Kawa.
Kawa.
Haya.
Haya.
Bashamayim.
Shemaiah.
Thananawa.
Nathanael.
Lakam.
Lakam.
Kal.
Kal.
Yawam.
Yawam.
Wasalaknawa.
Wasalaknawa.
Kabawakinawa.
Kawatnawa.
Kasalaknawa.
Kawsalaknawa.
Kabawakinawa.
Kawatnawa.
Wala'a.
Wala'a.
Tabi'ayinawa.
Tabi'ayinawa.
Wanasayawan.
Wanasayawan.
Ball.
Abal.
Awashayinawa.
Washayinawa.
Mayan.
Mayan.
Rai.
Rai.
Kaya.
Kaya.
Laka.
Laka.
Hamalakwa.
Hamalakwa.
Waha'ala.
Waha'ala.
Wahatapa'arath.
Wahapaka'arath.
Iwalamyam.
Iwalamyam.
Aman.
Aman. And in the English, our Father,
Our Father.
which art in heaven,
which art in heaven.
hallowed be thy name.
Hallowed be thy name.
Thy kingdom come,
Thy kingdom come.
thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread,
Daily bread.
and forgive us our debts
Give us our debts.
as we forgive our debtors.
We forgive our
And
debtors.
lead us not
Lead us not
into temptation,
into temptation.
but deliver us
Deliver us
from evil.
from evil.
For thine is the kingdom,
Thine is the kingdom
and the power,
and the power
and the glory,
and the glory.
forever.
Forever.
So be it.
So be it. We have our cup, the power. Yahweh.
Yahweh,
Bahashem Yahushua.
Yahshua Yahushua,
Abakusha.
Baruch
Thundernaw.
Thunder now,
Hakak.
Hakat,
Hakak.
Hakat,
La'apa'ah.
Laraba'ah,
Ka'amakala.
Kalamakala,
Ka'amadawa.
Kalamadawah,
Hakak.
Hakat,
Hatahar.
Hatahar,
Amatazarayim.
Amatazarayim,
Hakak.
Hakat,
Hahakyam.
Hahakyam,
Hamakyam.
Hamakyam,
Hakak.
Hakat,
Arakawa.
Harukawa,
Tama'ala.
Hatama'ala,
Hagarashan.
Hagarashan,
Bahashem Yahushua.
Hashim Yahushua,
The water
the
Aman.
Mara Aman, and in the English, Yahweh,
Yahweh.
in the name of Yahushua,
And then Yahushua.
please give us the power
Please give us the
to
power.
heal
Power to heal.
all manner of sickness
All men of sickness.
and all manner of disease,
All men of
the
disease.
power to cleanse the leper,
Power to cleanse the
the
leper.
power to raise the dead,
Power to raise the
the
dead.
power against unclean spirits,
Power against unclean spirits.
cast them out,
Cast them
in
out.
the name of Yahushua.
In the name of Yahushua.
Thank you,
Thank you.
so be it.
So be it. I bless Israel, Hebrew, Yahweh.
Yahweh,
Bahashem Yahushua.
Hashim Yahushua,
Barak Lanawa.
Barak Lanah,
Bayasha'ala.
Wayasha'ala,
Babayath.
Wahabiyah,
Sakariam.
Sapari,
Barak.
Barak,
Pup.
Rapah,
Magan.
Hagan,
Magan.
Hagan,
Bahashem Yahushua.
Hashim Yahushua,
Wadama.
the water Aman, and in the English, Yahweh,
Yahweh.
in the name of Yahushua,
In the name of Yahushua.
bless us
Bless us.
and Israel
And Israel.
and the school.
And the school.
Bless,
Bless.
heal,
Heal.
shield,
Shield.
protect,
Protect.
in the name of
In
Yahushua.
the name of Yahushua.
Thank you,
Thank you.
so be it.
So be it. Blessings in Hebrew. Barakatah Yahweh.
Rakata Yahweh,
Wa Yahushua.
where Yahushua,
Wa Mayaka'ala.
Wamayaka'ala,
Wa Alahayim.
Wa'alahayim,
Tazab Ya'ah.
Matazab Ya'ah,
Alawap Yahana.
Alawap Yahana,
Ha Alawapyam.
Ha'alawapyim,
Ha Saranyam.
Hasaranyim,
Hakwatazayanyam.
Hakwatazayanyim,
Hakayayolyam.
Hakayayoyim,
Wa Ha'akwathyam.
Waha'agwatyim,
Yahweh.
Yahweh,
Bahashem Yahushua.
Hashim Yahushua,
Wadaman.
water Aman, and in the English. Bless you, Yahweh,
Bless you, Yahweh.
and Yahushua,
And Yahushua.
and Michael,
Michael.
and the angels,
The angels.
Commander General Yohana,
Commander in Yahweh.
the general,
The general.
the captain,
The captain.
the officer,
Officer.
the troopers, and the sisters,
And the sister.
Yahweh,
Yahweh.
in the name of
In
Yahushua,
the name of Yahushua.
thank you,
Thank you.
so be it.
So be it. Psalms 121 in the Hebrew. Aisha.
Aisha,
Ayanya.
Ayanya,
Ahahariya.
Ahahari,
Ma'ayan.
Ma'ayan,
Yaba'ah.
Yaba'ah,
Isaiah.
Isaiah,
Isaiah.
Isaiah,
Ma'ayin.
Ma'ai,
Yahweh.
Yahweh,
Aisha.
Aisha,
Shemayam.
Shemayam,
Wa'arataza.
Wa'arataza,
Ayatan.
Ayatan,
Manawat.
Lamawat,
Regalka.
Regalka,
Ayanawam.
Ayalawam,
Shamaraka.
Shamarka,
Hana.
Hana,
La'ah.
La'ah,
Yanawam.
Yadawam,
La'ah.
Wala'ah,
Yayashan.
Yishan,
Shawamar.
Shawamar,
Asha'ala.
Yasha'ala,
Yahweh.
Yahweh,
Shamaraka.
Shamarka,
Yahweh.
Yahweh,
Tazalka.
Tazal,
Aoyad.
Aoyad,
Yamyanka.
Yanyankai,
Yawamam.
Yomamam,
Ashamash.
Ashamash,
La'ah.
La'ah,
Yakaka.
Yakaka,
Wayarak.
Wayarak,
Walayala.
Wayalala,
Yahweh.
Yahweh,
Yashamaraka.
Yashamarka,
Wakal Rad.
Regara,
Yashamar.
Yashamar,
Afna Pashka.
Ashnapak,
Yahweh.
Yahweh,
Yashamar.
Yashamar,
Taza Afka.
there's an Aztec,
Wawaka.
Wawaka,
Ma'aita.
Mayada,
Wa'ai.
Wa'ai,
Aiwalam.
Awalam,
Aman.
Aman, and in the English, I will lift up my eyes to the hill,
Will lift up my eyes into the hill.
from whence cometh my help.
From whence cometh my help?
My help cometh from your house,
My help cometh from your house.
which made heaven and earth.
Which made heaven and earth.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
Will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He that keepeth
He
thee
that keepeth thee
will not
will
slumber.
not slumber.
Behold,
Behold,
he that keepeth Israel
he that keepeth Israel
shall neither slumber nor
shall
sleep.
neither slumber nor sleep.
Yahweh is thy keeper.
How is thy keeper?
Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand.
How is thy shade upon thy right hand?
The sun shall not smite thee by
The
day,
sun shall not smite thee by day,
nor the moon by night.
nor the moon by night.
Yahweh shall preserve thee
Yahweh shall preserve thee
from all evil.
from all evil.
He shall preserve thy soul. Yahweh shall preserve thy going out
Yahweh shall preserve thy going out
and thy coming in
and thy coming in
from this time forth,
this time forth
even forevermore.
and forevermore.
So be it.
So be it. Psalm 53 in the Hebrew. Alahayim.
Alahayim.
Al-Damayalaka.
Al-Damayalaka.
Al-Fakarash.
Al-Fakarash.
Al-Tashakwat.
Al-Tashakwat.
Al. Kayahana.
Kayahana.
Awayabyaka.
Awayabyaka.
Hamayawan.
Yahamayawan.
Wamashanayaka.
Womashanayaka.
Sha'awa.
Nasha'awa.
Ra'ash.
Ra'ash.
Al-Imaka.
Al-Imaka.
Arayamwa.
Yahamayawan.
Sawa.
Sawa.
Oyatoya Aitazawa.
Where you your eyes is a wall.
Altazapawanyaka.
Altazapawanyaka.
Amarawa.
Amarawa.
Wakawa.
Lakawa.
Nakakina.
Nakakina.
Mongolia.
Mongolia.
Wala'a.
Wala'a.
Yazakar.
Yashakar.
Shamya Sha'ala.
Sham Yasha'al.
Aywa.
Aywa.
Kaya.
Kaya.
Nawa Aitazawa.
There were eyes as a wall.
Lab.
Lab.
Khadwa.
Yachadwa.
Al-Yaka.
Al-Yaka.
Barayat.
Boryah.
Yakarafwa.
Yakarahwa.
Ahaholia.
Ahaholia.
Adawam.
Adawam.
Washama Ayalayam.
When Shemai Elayam.
Mawa Abba.
When Ma'alam.
Wahagariam.
Wahagarian.
Gabal.
Gabal.
Wa'ima one.
Wa'amalan.
Wa'amalak.
Wa'amalak.
Palashak.
Palashak.
I'm Yeshabia.
And Yeshabia.
Tazawar.
Tazawar.
Gam Ash Awar.
Gam Ashawar.
Nalawa.
Nalawa.
Imam.
Imam.
Kayawa.
Kariwa.
Zorawad.
Zorawad.
Labanya Lawak.
Labanya Lawak.
Salah.
Salah.
Aisha Laham.
Aisha Laham.
Kamadian.
Kamanian.
Kasayasa Ra'ah.
Kasiyasa Ra'ab.
Kayabian.
Yayan.
Benakal.
When a call.
Koyashwan.
Koyashwa.
Nashamadwa.
Shaman.
Ba'ayan Da'ara.
Ba'adan. Da'ara.
Hayawa.
Hayawan.
Daman.
Daman.
La Adama.
La Adama.
Shayatamwa.
Shayatanwa.
Nadayab Mowa.
Then the Yabawa.
Ka'irab.
Ba'arab.
Wakaza Abba.
Wakaza Abba.
Wakaza Bak.
Wakaza Ba.
Wakaza Zomanai.
Wakaza Zomanai.
Kanasaya Kamwa.
Kona Sayakamwa.
Ashar.
Ashar.
Marwa.
Marwa.
Nayarasha.
Nayusha.
Lanawa.
Lanawa.
Af.
Ab.
Na'awaf.
Nawa.
Alahayam.
Alahayam.
Alahaya.
Alahaya.
Shayathamwa.
Shayatanwa.
Kagogala.
Kagogala.
Kakwash.
Kwash.
Lapanya Racha.
Lapanya Raka.
Ka'ash.
Ka'ash.
Laba'ira Ya'ira.
Ira Yaira.
Wakalahaba.
Wakalahala.
Dalahat.
Salahat.
Haryam.
Haryam.
Kan.
Khan.
Daradakma.
Radatma.
Wasa Iraka.
What's an Iraka?
Wabasawapafka.
What was so Pafka?
Dabahalam.
The Mahalam.
Mala'a.
Mala'a.
Hanyaham.
Panyaham.
Kwalawan.
Kwalawan.
Wayabakwashwa.
Wayabakwashwa.
Shamka.
Shamka.
Yahawa.
Yahala.
Yabashwa.
Yavashwa.
Wayabahalwa.
Wayabahala.
Alya'ai.
Aya'ai.
Wayakaparawa.
Wayakaparawa.
Wayabadwa.
Wayabadwa.
Wayada'aiwa.
Wayada'aiwa.
Kaya.
Kaya.
Atha.
Atha.
Shamka.
Shamka.
Yahawa.
Yahala.
Labadka.
Labaka.
Alyawan.
Ayawan.
Alka.
Alka.
Ha'arataza.
Haratza.
Aman.
Aman. And in the English. Keep not thy silence, O Yahweh.
Keep not thy silence, O Yahweh.
Hold not thy peace.
Hold not thy peace.
And be not still, O Yahweh.
Be not still, O Yahweh.
For lo,
For lo,
thy enemies make a tumult.
thy enemies make a tumult.
And they that hate thee
They that hate thee
have lifted up the head.
lifted up their head.
They have taken crafty counsel
They have taken crafty counsel
against thy people
against thy people
and consulted against thy hidden ones.
and consulted against thy hidden one.
They have said,
They have said,
Come, and let us cut them off
let us cut them off
from being a nation,
from being a nation.
that the name of
In
Israel
the name of Israel,
may be no more remembered.
be no one remember.
For they have consulted together
They have consulted together
with one consent.
with one consent.
They are confederate against
They
thee.
confederate against thee.
The tabernacles of Edom
Tabernacles of Edom
and the Israelites
and the Israelites.
of Moab
Moab.
and the Hagarine,
Hagarine.
Gabal,
Gabal.
and Ammon,
Ammon.
and Amalek,
Amalek.
the Philistines,
Philistines.
with the inhabitants of Tyre.
Inhabitants of Tyre.
Asher is also joined with them.
Ashes also joined.
They have hope in the children of
They
Lot.
have hope in the children of Lot.
Salah,
Salah.
do unto them
Do unto them
as unto the Midianites,
unto the Midianites.
as to Sisera,
Sister Sarah.
as to Jabin,
Sister Ben.
as the brook of Kishon,
Brother Kisam.
which perished at Endor.
Perish that in.
They became as dung for the earth.
Not for the earth.
Made their nobles like Arad
They know like a red.
and like Zaed.
Like the head.
Yea,
Yea.
all their princes,
All that present.
as Zabah
As Zabah.
and as Zamunah,
As a moon.
who said,
said,
Let us take to ourselves
Let's take to ourselves
the houses of Yahweh in possession.
the house of Yahweh possession.
O my my power.
All my power.
Make them like a wheel.
All my power.
As the stubble before the wind. As the fire burns the wood. And as the flames set the mountains on fire. So persecute them with thy tempest. And make them afraid with thy storm. Fill their faces with shame. That they may seek thy name. O Yahweh. Let them be confounded. And trouble forever. Yea, let them be put to shame. And perish. That men may know that thou, whose name alone is Yahweh, art the most high over all the earth. So be it. These are the curses. Blessed are you, Yahweh, King of heaven and earth, and all things living. Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shah, listen to us now. Right now. Send evils and curses and punishment and destruction to the heathen that speak against us. Thy prophets, the teachers, the princes, the priests, the Israelite brothers, and the school. Send evils and curses and punishment and destruction to the heathen and shake loose the treasure of the rich of Israel that refuse to give to the school. Force their riches to enter to thy sanctuary. Send evils and curses and punishment and destruction to the Edomites and the nation and their drug dealers, the court system, the prison system, Planned Parenthood, all the governments of our enemies, Amalek synagogues and armies, Roman Catholic Church, the Pope, Islam, Christianity, Egyptology, militia, Ku Klux Klan, Aryan Nation, Skinhead, Posse Comitatus, the gay movement, the lesbian movement, spies, workers of witchcraft, NASA space program, Army, Navy, Air Force, Marine, Wall Street, open up the internet and the airway, the cable access channel and the radio channel. Convict the spirit of any of my people that seek to stop us and bring swift destruction to all the heathens that stand in the way or try to stop us from broadcasting your word throughout the planet Earth. Let loose all the plagues. Let loose all the plagues. Cause them to go to and fro through the earth and consume them. Let the plague shake the house of the thief and the murder. Let Yahweh Shah, Michael and Gabriel come down with the flying saucer and punish all the heathen that come up against us as we speak thy word. Cause it be known by all that is the angels that have done it. Cause it be spread throughout through the media, throughout the whole world. Cause them to shake at thy coming. In the name of Yahweh Shah, thank you always. So be it. Sar, which means turn. Sisters, Yeshavian. Captain.
Men of Israel, we're going to give one courtesy salute.
This concludes the service.
Men of Israel, we're going to give one courtesy salute to the teacher. Men of Israel, Aymadim Shabbat, Aymadim, Barak, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua Brakatah,
Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua Brakatah,
Ayamatah. Stars means turn. Sisters, Aymadim, which means stand. Men of Israel, we want to give one courtesy salute to the sisters. Men of Israel, Aymadim Shabbat, Aymadim, Barak,
Yahweh Shemar Alatam Ba'Shem Yahushua,
Yayim Matah. Class dismissed.
Come, sorry.